After a 3-hour and 15-minute drive to Crawford, Florida, I had only 2 or 3 minutes to get ready for train number 1. It was NS 209, Atlanta to Jacksonville traffic for FEC. Like machine gun bursts, wheels over the brand new double diamond slam in perfect rhythm. .209 will terminate in Simpson Yard Jacks and hand off most or all of these containers and trailers to FEC. The Diamond at Crawford and the extension of Crawford siding is the final part of the CSX S-Line expansion. For years, the 10,900-foot siding singled up just a few yards south of the Diamond. Now they've extended Crawford to the south and to the north to make a double-track segment all the way into the A-Line at Callahan. Crawford is a busy place on this Sunday morning before Memorial Day. Only 3 minutes pass when Q453 arrives. 453 is the CSX southbound regular freight from Waycross to Miami. This train has been running daily since the days of the Seaboard system in the 1980s. Only 4 more minutes pass, and here is NS 229. Southbound piggyback and containers out of Columbus, Ohio for the FEC at Baldwin Yard. Other rail fans are here this morning. That's John Buckley up from Jacksonville with his wife Mary and their 3 dogs. The dispatchers are making things happen today. In 3 more minutes, NS 330, waiting in the siding since I got here, is now on the move northward. 330 is out of Jacksonville heading to Macon, Georgia with mixed freight. Ten minutes passed, and here comes what I believe is Q601, Waycross to New Orleans. The UP engines are typical run-through power for the 600 series trains. This guy is heading south to Baldwin, where he'll make a right turn onto the Tallahassee sub and go west. Lake City, Tallahassee, Chattahoochee, Pensacola, Mobile, New Orleans. It was a bona fide parade this morning at Crawford. Just 5 more minutes and it was Q613. Sulfur tanks, empty covered hoppers for the Bone Valley, and some grain for Lakeland. We always think of railroad crossings as straight across at 90 degrees, but they're seldom exact right angles, as this high vantage point lets us see. 6 trains in 1 hour is a record for me at Crawford, but the scanner in my truck is hearing Q458 calling signals out on the A-line. So I moved northeast 4 miles to Callahan. This is where the Callahan sub intersects the Atlantic coastline double-track Jacksonville to Richmond, Virginia main line, the A line.
458, 25, what is it? 7383. Medium clear at Callahan, track 1, northbound up.
Medium clear at Callahan. Go medium speed through the turnouts, then you're clear to proceed. Q458 is coming north with an ex-Conrail C40-8W leading. .458 is a Jacksonville to Waycross, Georgia shuttle train. Any freight out of any industries around Jacksonville can run on this train. The signal indication medium clear usually means a diverging move. In this case, the dispatcher is crossing him from track 1 to track 2. In a few minutes, we see why northbound 458 was moved over to track 2. Southbound Q609 was on track 1, and here he comes into Callahan. Surprisingly, 609 also has an ex-Conrail C40-8W leading today, followed by one of CSX's newly rebuilt SD40-3s, a standard cab -8, and a 4-axle Jeep 38-2. 609 is another Waycross to New Orleans train. Lunchtime at Callahan always means Cedar River seafood for me. Best seafood anywhere. Today's special is flounder and shrimp with hush puppies, fries and coleslaw, $8.95. Get it to go and eat it with the A-line just outside your windshield, and this is 4-star dining. After lunch, I made a quick trip up to Folkston, where I caught yet another New Orleans to Waycross train, Q602. The DJI quadcopter with GoPro Hero 3 Plus camera really shows why Folkston is one of the greatest train watching spots in America. Dixie and Jim McGurn have opened a new lodge for train watching visitors to Folkston, a completely refitted caboose with a big old front porch. To make reservations for it or one of their other trackside lodges, visit railsidelodging.com. Heading home, I stopped at Baldwin, but just missed the northbound juice train rounding the curve toward the Jacks ramp. The quadcopter shows us another diamond at a skewed angle. The work is all finished at Baldwin. It hardly looks like the same junction from just 2 years ago. What would a Florida railfanning day be without me running into a horrendous thunderstorm? I hit this one on US 301 between Orange Heights and Lochloosa. Lightning was so heavy, one bolt set off the Campville defect detector. It reported 4 axles and speed 179. Last catch of the day was at Ocala, Q170. Clearly it's a holiday weekend. 17 containers, 4 cars. I don't know if it's right or not, but I only count couplers on container well cars. On the Florida S-Line at milepost S735.1, this is Danny Harmon, out.